Studies show that having high quality audio is more important than the visual quality of your videos. So I'm going to show you how to have great audio cues as well as where to find good, high energy, legal music for your workout videos. Hi, my name's Mariah. I'm the owner of Wealthy Boss. I teach barre, Pilates, and yoga online and in person, and I'm a consultant for online fitness professionals who are looking to expand their impact and their expertise by monetizing online fitness platforms. Today I'll be walking you through my simple and most importantly, extremely low cost way to make sure that you have good audio for your verbal cues with your workout videos, as well as where to find legal high energy music to pump up the X factor in your workout videos. So if you are new to my channel, I invite you to please go ahead and subscribe and let me know in the comments below if you already have a fitness channel or if you're getting ready to start one. All right, first up, let's talk about audio cues. So the verbal cues that you use in your workout videos are super important for making sure that your viewer understands what to do. And having bad audio can really distract from the experience. So my number one rule of thumb for you, if at all possible, is to never record your workout video without using a microphone. Now, having said that, I'm sitting here doing this video with you right now with no microphone, and it's on the same device that I do my workout videos with. But here's the thing, when you're doing a workout video, you're standing really far away from the microphone. And I'm not an audio expert, by the way. I'm having to figure this stuff out as I go. But I have found that when you're standing far away from your device and you're trying, which you have to do, of course, for your workout videos, because you need to be able to show your whole body on the screen, the audio quality ends up being really fuzzy, picking up all sorts of ambient sounds from the room, the fan, maybe the street outside, and it just sounds really, really crummy. I have done this a few times, and I'm going to share a little sample of what it sounds like when I'm not using a microphone versus when I am. And then find the knee. Do that again. Reach front, find the knee. This time we're going to add some arms, so we're arms come down when we're down, up when we're up. Time to have that makeshift bar nearby, that chair, that countertop, that desk. Yes. So challenging yourself, really squeezing your glutes on the way up. All right, so you can tell it's a pretty big difference in the audio experience, and can kind of, you know, maybe turn a viewer off just by hearing that poor quality sound. So we've got a couple of solutions. We, of course, can use a lavalier mic, which is a wireless mic that you clip to your shirt and then wear as a little packet, you know, somewhere on your waistband. In my experience, I still have not found a lav mic that I think has good quality. I've tried probably 3 or 4 different ones, and to me, it sounds just as bad when I'm using it than when I'm not using a microphone at all. Now, it could totally be user error. Again, I am not an audio expert, but I am showing you my hacks as a non-audio expert for how I make my videos sound better. So what I found is I really prefer to record my audio separately. So you noticed in that second clip that I shared with you that my mouth was not moving. I was recording the audio at a different time than when I was actually filming the video portion of the workout. Now, I know what you're thinking, this takes more time. And it does, but I also think it saves some time down the road. You can either, of course, record your vocals before the workout or after the workout. For me, it's really worked better to record the audio ahead of time. And why that works out so well is that when it comes time to film, then it's actually super simple to get through the workout because I just follow my own voice. So it's like I'm my own instructor. I don't have to worry about memorizing the choreography or what's next because I'm listening to it as I do the workout. So how I do this is I plan my choreography out ahead of time in written format. I put it on Trello, which you could put it on a Word doc or even on a piece of paper, so that when I am recording my audio on QuickTime, I just do the audio recording. I'm just sitting at my desk, and I use my microphone earbuds that come with my Mac. So super simple, super cheap. I'm not using a fancy microphone at all, but the earbuds that you have that just come standard if you use a Mac have that little built-in microphone that's actually pretty good quality when you're close to the camera. So I use that, or when you're close to the computer. So I just use my earbuds and form a little QuickTime audio file that I use while I'm actually watching or reading my notes on Trello. So because no one's watching you, you can be staring at that as you do your audio. So I know exactly where I'm going with it, and I can record that audio usually in one chunk. Sometimes I might stumble on my words bad enough that I want to just start over. But remember, you can always kind of slice and dice that audio up later as well. Sometimes I have chosen to record my audio while listening to a metronome when I've been worried about pacing, making sure I'm not, going on and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and rushing them through reps. However, there does tend to be a little bit of noise bleed even through the headphones if I'm listening to a metronome. And usually I've been teaching long enough that my pacing just kind of comes through naturally anyway. So when I just kind of guess and imagine that I'm teaching, then it really tends to work out right for the pacing with those reps anyway. And where this ends up saving me time is because I just play that audio track through my laptop, through a separate device when I'm recording on my iPad. When I'm doing the video portion of it, it's a super smooth filming experience for me. If you don't have the audio to follow, then you might find yourself kind of forgetting where you're going with the choreography, stopping and starting over a ton during the actual filming process. And the only time that I'll ever actually stop filming when I have that audio in the background is either to change camera angles or, if something major happens, like, well, this happens a lot, and sometimes I cut it out and sometimes I don't. But if my dog is runs up and is sitting on my chest in the middle of Shavasana, maybe I'll cut it out. But otherwise, I'm not having to stop because I forgot where I was going with my routine. So after I've recorded the audio separately and then the video separately, I just edit those two tracks together using iMovie. And then this is important, I mute the video track because there will be, of course, still the ambient sound of the dogs barking in the background. So I mute that track and make sure to just play the audio track. All right, so now that we have great verbal cues, high quality audio, and we have not had to invest in super expensive microphones that we don't know how to use anyway, hey, we're fitness instructors, it's time to talk about music. So as a fitness instructor, that music can make or break your class experience, and it's no different online. But we want to be really careful about the music that we select for our workout videos because of the legality issues. What you don't want to do is just go grab a song off of iTunes or off the internet and put it in your YouTube video. Bad idea. The problem with this is that music is copyrighted. So you don't have the rights to actually include that in your own content. You could set yourself up for risk of a lawsuit, and although it's, the odds are probably not great, there absolutely have been plenty of cases where people have set themselves up for six-figure lawsuits by playing music that they did not own the legal rights to in their YouTube videos. So we definitely want to make sure we steer clear of that. The good news is that there are a lot of free, royalty-free options that you do have legal access to. Some of these are free, some of these you have to pay for, but you know that when you're paying for these services, you're getting the legal rights that allow you to play them. Now, this is separate. This is not saying I bought this song on iTunes. That does not mean that you have the rights to it. You would actually have to go through a platform. Honestly, YouTube's own audio library is one of my favorites. It has a whole collection of royalty-free music, meaning that we have access to use those songs and won't be held legally responsible for, and won't be penalized legally for using them. And some of the other platforms that I have used in the past are bensound.com as well as Epidemic Sounds. Now, Bensound is a free platform with limited repertoire. Epidemic you pay for, but you do get more options within that platform. Now, all of these are going to be royalty-free, meaning that you have full permission to use them. Some things you do want to look out for with royalty-free music, and there are other platforms out there as well, so if you know some good ones, please drop them in the comments below. But you do want to make sure that you understand what the attribution requirements are. Some songwriters require that you actually give them credit somewhere within the body of your description or the end credits of your video to say, hey, this is the creator of the songwriter. So as you're sourcing your music, that you're paying attention to that and either giving attribution where attribution is required or just going with songs that don't require attribution, which is typically what I do. So here I'll show you my screen is where I go onto YouTube's audio library. It's really nice because you can filter according to what you're wanting. So you can filter according to genre or mood. If I do mood, I'm usually going for bright, but if I'm looking for genre, which is what I normally do, I typically will filter by dance and electronic for my bar videos because those tend to have a pretty steady driving beat. I'll do rock for more traditional fitness videos, like a weight workout. And then I usually go with the ambient genre for my yoga and Pilates videos. I also sort by attribution not required, just so that I don't have to worry. I mean, I may have 12 songs if it's a full, 30-minute video. I may have 12 songs in there. I don't want to have to be responsible for going back in and attributing each individual songwriter. So I typically will sort by songs that I know don't require attribution. So after I download those tracks, I add them into my movie clip within iMovie, or you could do that with whatever editing platform that you're using. And here's a little trick. I actually turn the volume way down on the songs, and my vocal track I turn way up, because usually the balance for me isn't 50-50. You don't want to have songs at their full volume and your vocals at your full volume, because typically it tends to drown out the actual vocals, and you want to be able to hear the vocals above and beyond the music. So I will actually usually turn my volume down to like a 15 or 20%, depending on the song. Every song's kind of set point for its volume will vary. And then I boost my vocals up to like 250%. I don't want to go so high that they get distorted. I'll also, just for my fellow Mac users out there, inside of iMovie, I will usually reduce the background noise on my own vocal track, just in case, even though I'm using the microphone with the earbuds, just in case, the dogs are barking or there's a truck driving by outside, it tends to kind of pull out some of that ambient noise and lets me boost my vocal track even more without feeling super distorted or anything like that. The last thing that I do is I usually trim the song tracks within iMovie. I usually trim them so that they are, instead of fading out and then leaving a few seconds to make room for the next song, I usually just shorten the end of the song, and so that it rolls right from one song into the next, particularly because for my videos, I don't tend to choreograph directly to the music. I don't want to be in the middle of the set of bicep curls and have the song fade out for 5 seconds before the new one starts. So I usually just shorten that gap, have them roll right from one into the other. And that's it. Now you know some super simple, super low-cost ways to boost the audio quality for your workout videos and to make sure that you have some legal but super driving, energy-packed music to up the ante for your workouts, keep your viewers motivated, keep them watching, which helps your watch time and your algorithm, which is all good for YouTube. For more techie tips and tricks, I invite you to download my free Fitpreneurs YouTube Success Kit at wealthyboss.com/YouTube. If you found this video helpful, it would mean the world to me if you gave it a like. And don't forget to make sure that you are subscribed. Next week, I will be releasing a video on how to create an online fitness program, so you do not want to miss. Take care, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.